the way he reached this is through a brilliant idea.
Yeah, no, he got kicked out and then spent the rest of the day drinking, basically. Nova went to Miss Moreland's to ask if she can fix the book. After being likely reprimanded for bringing an infected-ass book to a bookstore, he was informed that there are very few experts that can fix these sorts of issues with books. It's a very difficult and specialized procedure, and really the only person that you would know that would be able to do that would be a librarian of one of the big, like, occult libraries. She mentioned that the one in England has recently burnt down, as you found out before, and the only one that she knows the location, the like even vague location of, is in Alexandria. So you're not going there anytime soon.
Like the Library of Alexandria in Egypt.
Yes. I mean, like, the original one burnt down, but they still have libraries there.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, somewhere in Alexandria there is almost certainly a person that can help you, but good luck.
We're not getting there.
Are we literally? Wait, hold on. Please tell me we can do a JoJo fucking Part 3 adventure into
We're not doing a
Egypt.
JoJo Part 3 adventure.
You cannot
yeah,
afford to do a JoJo Part 3
Jonathan.
adventure. You do
If
not
you
have
get
an
the
American
money,
oil baron.
But
So
like,
you're telling me we literally have Jonathan in our party over here, and we can't go in the JoJo Part 3 adventure?
Not
Jonathan
if he
doesn't
becomes
have
an oil
money.
baron.
We do not have fucking Speedwagon as one of our members.
You cannot, in fact, just buy a submarine to go to Egypt. Oh no, there was planes of World War One. You know about planes.
No, there are commercial planes. Yeah.
No, there are not yet commercial flights. Like you have
There
crop
is
dusters. Like there are no airlines yet.
Oh, airlines?
Are a thing
No.
of- yeah.
Post.
You cannot. You cannot get a plane that can fit like 8 people. 6 if one of you wants to drive the plane.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no. The books that y'all found are 2 copies of The Three and the Three, which appear to be different on on like a quick inspection, but you have not looked into how they are different yet. There is a book. One of the books is Perugian Diaries, which appears to be some story about some fucking dude.
He wrote about himself.
Yeah, like it's some sort of autobiographical thing. You don't know why that was in the fucking locker, being hidden away.
He wrote his sexcapades.
Yeah, you got the Orchid Transfigurations, a feast, a collection of aphorisms and shit, like allegories, and etc. And oh, whoops! Actually, I have fucked up a little bit. Let me fix that. I copied the description as is, but this one is in fact in English. It is not in Latin. And finally, in his coat pocket, Seth also stole a book full of tea recipes.
It was very important to us.
And yeah, that's basically the important stuff that you found.
Technically speaking, they don't know about the whole can't do dick about the book yet.
I mean, they have not found out yet, but like presumably you meet up and talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, where else would we be?
General way of things.
Yes.
Minty is not here yet, but
Minty?
we gotta start.
Minty, no!
Yeah. Dan, take a
Give
look
him
at
up. He's dead.
tab real
He's been
quick.
dead for a long
At the
while.
right.
Yeah, no, I saw.
Yeah, I invented it myself.
The future's made of.
I haven't decided on the description.
People insanity govern.
Basically,
Is that for the oh hey Minty. Is
Hello.
that for the sunset shit?
Good evening.
Oh, yeah.
like that's it. I looked through the right list and I was like, okay, yeah, this will work.
Well, I mean, like you say this, like you say that, but the book is literally called Sunset Passages. You don't even
Yeah.
have to.
Oh shit. Okay. Damn.
Like you can
Why does
just
it
do
mention? Then why does it mention number 6?
that. Because like six is that's six's domain, and like sunset is the passage, and
I guess.
like
I guess I
the
can
four
give.
of
I,
them are
gue- I
kind
guess
of
I can
all
put.
over the place in general. Like
I guess I can put.
nobody
I
cares.
can. I guess I can put the right of 12 in there. All right.
The
That makes
four
things
and one
easy.
are 4 and 1 for a reason, even
Yeah.
if they're 4 and not 1. Yeah. But yeah. So Minty just missed the last time in Dragon Ball Z, but you were there, so you should remember.
Yes. One sec.
Yeah. That's that's the gist of what happened. So presumably y'all were meeting up back at the Society of Saint Hydra. But before that, we do have one thing to take care of. Sloth, you did not read a book during your second week of downtime.
Mm-hmm.
Did you visit the homeless man?
Yes.
Okay.
I,
Perfect.
Alrighty.
I would like the idea of being like we all meet up and they were like, "Oh hey, where have you been?" And then it just flashes back.
Sure.
You know what? Sure.
Naruto flashback. Let's go.
All right. Sloth on the swings. Let's go.
Please play the sad theme song. You know, the one when he's all alone.
Play Animal I Have Become. There you go.
Real.
Naruto AMV.
Naruto AMV of homeless man meeting other homeless man behind in the gardens behind Kensington
Honestly, that
Palace.
is probably
Yeah.
Naruto.
Dan in DMs real quick.
Yeah.
Like, how did you approach it to them?
Yeah, that one, Sadness and Sorrow, bro.
No, I meant like, how did he look?
Oh. Yeah.
He described him as a homeless man. This is all the description.
No, there was a bit more to the description, but it basically does boil down to like, yeah, he kind of just looked like a homeless man peeking out of a bush that was growing in a ditch. You just like did not get a very good look because it was basically just the man's head.
All right.
So are we
you,
layering the sadness and sorrow over the Halloween coffee shop ambience ghost, or
Sure.
is
Yeah.
it like on top
Okay,
of each other?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want me to? Okay. Okay. If that, then hang on.
All right,
This is
so
gonna be awful.
a loud political ad about the state of Maine fishermen was playing. I couldn't hear anything.
State of Maine fisheries.
The fucking liberals are coming for our fish or something. I don't know.
Name TBH.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah.
It's a live stream, dude.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh my fucking god, we need to have a
Dan, let's just
episode
both
of
be
going to
him. It'd be
Egypt.
easier. Because you can handle the.
Maybe, yeah.
I like the skeleton that passes by the window every like
All right.
30
So,
minutes.
Sloth. Last time, you decided, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck that shit. That's gay, right? You wanted to go say hello to your homeless man in the woods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically,
Well, just
Kensington.
it's like a pretty prim and proper garden, all
Yeah.
things considered.
Kensington Garden. So, you know, you headed out to Kensington one night. Notably, you had to dodge constables because this is a nice part of town. They don't want homeless people out at night.
Yeah.
And you get into Kensington Garden, and you're looking around. You really can't seem to find anyone until you hear a man humming. And when you turn the corner, and when you go through some bushes, that really oughtn't not be this thick, you eventually happen upon him sitting down on a rock.
He's singing "Creep" by Radiohead.
It's that homeless man with the Irish accent that you've seen before. But now that you can get a good look at him, you notice that he's rather short and he's wearing green.
Oh, she's a leprechaun.
Let's.
And he's
fucking
smoking a
go.
pipe, just sitting on a stone, just one arm up, just enjoying himself.
Fuck, it's making him a leprechaun. I can't.
Well, it's more like the leprechaun found you, which is honestly what you should be concerned about here.
Listen, Ghost, we can find his pot of gold and finance our trip to Egypt.
Yeah.
You don't even know that. You don't even know about this yet.
Yeah, exactly. We
Well,
all
yeah,
said,
like you're having the flashback, but like you're having it out of character. It's not like
This is only Sloth knows this right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
all of this is what you immediately notice, Sloth.
Mhm.
So what would you like to do?
Hey.
Hang on, could you repeat that? I have to turn you up specifically.
I just said, hey.
All right. He jolts a bit. Stops smoking the pipe. Looks up to you, and says, hello there. So you came.
Yes, I did. Thank you for the other night.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. Always nice to help a fella out. Dan, you have to help me here. What specifically?
he
was the
offered
reason?
to help carry the axe over to the Society of Saint Hydra. They did not take him up on that offer. Generally understandable.
Yeah.
random homeless man that offers. We
A
decline.
random Irish homeless head sticking out of a bush is not the most trustworthy person.
And
Yeah,
the best part is he
yes,
just
too.
magically disappears afterwards in a ditch. Just teleports.
He
Although-
also beckoned us into an alley to get away
Yes,
from
he
the
also
zoo.
helped them get away.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I wouldn't normally do this sort of thing, but it's nice to shove it to those axe worshippers.
I don't really
Granted,
know much about them, but to
Well-
each their own.
all you need to know is that they're hypocrites. Anyways, what can I do for you?
I gotta ask. You seem to know what they're about, and you seem to know what we were carrying. So, I want to ask, How much do you know about the Bosk?
He just sort of looks at you for a bit. Uh, it's a mix between a smug and an amused, or it's a mix between a smug and an unamused expression. You know, he just sort of looks up at you. You know, stops puffing his pipe, and he just says, "Wait, what was it again?" I have to remember exactly what I thought of a while ago in the shower. It was a
We're
good shower
shower.
thought.
We're really
He
shower
looks up at
thawing this
he looks
shit.
up at you and says, "Fucking, uh, didn't your mother ever teach you about fairy tales, you daft idiot? What do I look like? Do I know about the Bosk?
You look like a dwarf.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Anyway, so, you want to know about the Bosk, about the forest? Well, you're in the forest, so there's that. What else you want to know?
I've been to the Mansis, and it was intriguing, to say the least.
Mhm.
I'm wondering how I can navigate it better and learn on my own.
Yeah, for navigation, I could help you on that, but let me give you a word of advice. It's very easy to go stumbling in places that you really shouldn't. Now, I must thank you for not stepping forward all this time. You would have disturbed my circle. He gestures to the ground, to which you can see a circular it's a big old circle of rocks.
Mhm.
Most of them seem to have been not really dug up, but just picked up recently. Like this isn't something that's in the ground, you know. He just sort of
Yeah.
set it up. Uh, how much does your character actually know about little old folk tales, specifically of the not English variety?
My character would not know very much because I'm like it was like 2 generations previous in my family that were like effectively forced to be civilized in the cities.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, he gestures to that, and he gestures to the rocks. You know, thanks you for not stepping forward and disrupting it. And he says, it would have been very bad if you did disrupt it, and that is a point that I'm trying to make to you. When you go when you go traipsing about without knowing what you're doing, you're liable to piss someone off. Now, I won't teach you anything about navigating better. However, I will teach you a little something about about appeasing people. Specifically, well, they're not exactly empowered now, but they used to be, and they deserve your respect. So, uh, and he steps up from the rock, you know, stretches his back, cracks his fingers, all that sort of stuff. And he gets to about to teaching you about the rights of the root. Okay, so you're learning something. So there's a little something called the rights of the root. Now, there are the hours about, you know, the gods, the powers that be, and the oldest of them are the gods from blood. These gods from blood are named that because they came from sacrifice. You see. Oh, wait, hang on. And when there was that sacrifice in the woods in the Mansus, it fell on the roots. You see. And that was a very special time. It was the first time the blood fell on the roots. Or well, at least the first time that the blood of ours fell on the roots. Anywho, I'm getting a bit carried away. Now, uh, that in and of itself was a right because of its power. Well, it's a right because the hours decided that it should be a right. Anyways, that is specifically was a right, and it's remembered. Now, you see these stones circling around us.
Yes.
Good. You see that chicken over there? He gestures with his thumb to the side. You haven't noticed it until now, but there is a chicken in a cage.
Okay.
Take it out and gut it. on the rocks.
Why?
It's the right.
Fair enough.
Uh,
I go ahead
There you
and start walking over to the chicken and look around.
All right. As you grab the chicken, he makes sure to tell you specifically which rocks to do in which order, and what things to say and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And so, he teaches you all this shit, and you learn, and you get. Let me grab the item for you. The rights of the roots. Let me get your player thing, Parthiu. Rights of the roots. I will shove it in your assets. Wait, no, not assets. Shit, wisdoms, because it is a wisdom in addition to being a right. Oh wait, shit, Dan already gave it to you. He's faster than me.
What? What did I do?
Oh, never mind. Apparently, dragging it into assets, even if it's not an asset, puts it in the correct folder because it's just going under character sheet. So yeah,
Yeah.
the rights of the roots. The oldest hours are the gods from blood who rose from sacrifice. That blood was always spilt on the roots, and the rights of its spilling are still remembered. The gods from stone were older still, but they're buried in the earth. That's why we're always careful when we make the sacrifice, because if we spilt enough blood on their graves, they'd return for their revenge. Bosk knows. That is what you will learn for level 1 rights of the roots. So, you make the right. Do you think that he should roll a dread, Dan?
Probably. That said, on a technical note, you forgot to set up the wisdoms that it's associated with.
Oh shit! Right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'll look those
associated
up
with
right now.
it's associated with Bosk and preservation.
Boss? Yeah. Okay. Boss and preservation. Okay, it's updated. You can re-give it.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Sloth.
Oh, good.
All right, yeah. So, you perform the rites. You spill it on each of the stones. Nothing much seems to happen. Like all in all, it just seems to be a whole bunch of law for no good reason. Until you turn around to look at the Mr. Leprechaun again, and you find he ain't there. He did leave you some pipe weed, but he ain't there. And when you look back to the stones, everywhere that the blood spilled is covered in roots.
Okay.
Would you like to spend a passion or roll on dread?
I'll spend a passion.
Okay, you're down to 4. You get the vague sense that this pleased something. Probably those gods probably the shit that was just mentioned with the rights of the roots that he was talking to you about.
Yeah.
Gods from blood or those gods from stone. So yeah, that was the leprechaun encounter.
Is the leprechaun still there?
Yeah.
He's not there, but you get the feeling that you'll be able to find him if you try hard enough.
Fair enough.
And also, if he wants you to.
It's quite hard to search for the Fey folk. Yes. So what will you tell the party?
I found it.
Yeah.
The homeless man was a dwarf.
Ask?
The homeless man
true.
was a dwarf, you said? Nice.
No, let's go with what not Minty, Dan said first.
What did Dan say?
Does the party even ask about the encounter? Like, does anyone inquire as to what he was up to in the week when you were reading?
Did anyone ask the homeless man what he was doing for his week?
I mean, I did.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
I did.
Y'all did.
I think I asked
Arthur.
everyone. I think I asked everyone how their week went.
Okay. And then what was your response again, Sloth?
Well, what was the question?
They ask you what you did.
Oh. I found the homeless man. He was a dwarf. Talked to me
Oh.
about fucking rocks and roots and things below.
But was he Anglican?
I just look at him and like look away and sigh.
You're gonna have difficulty explaining that it was deadass just a leprechaun.
Well, he didn't say that he was a leprechaun, so
Well,
my character definitely just thinks he was a dwarf that knew things.
Okay.
That was green.
You know,
I mean,
so I fully want to, I fully believe this is just a poppy milk experience.
well, I mean, for all you just said that he found the homeless man and he was a dwarf. Like, damn.
You say that this is a poppy milk experience, but like, my character goes on fucking edging sessions.
He's straight
I
up
will
fucking
not
gooning right now.
I will not elaborate.
He doesn't know.
He does.
He doesn't know.
I think it's incredibly on theme for this campaign that Sloth had to elaborate to the DMs what specifically he meant about going on edging sessions, but nobody else gets to know.
Secret histories.
Fair enough. Well,
The-
no,
the
I'm here for
secret
it.
history of the homeless man.
The edging.
So you
homeless.
met a homeless dwarf in a back alley, and he just talked to you about bullshits.
I don't know what you mean by bullshit, but he told me about, like I said, roots, rocks, blood, and things below.
Did you gnaw any of them?
Did he gnaw any rocks?
Eat some roots.
I don't know. He was some ginger fuck wearing green.
Give me a
To
second.
save ourselves the mental capacity, I'm not going to try and think about that too hard.
Good man, though. I'll try and see him again if I can.
I like to think that my character Laura, not coming from a different country land from some part away, doesn't know about Irish people, so she goes, Jew?
No, they didn't have a hook nose.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
always
Like
been
for the
roots.
past 2,000 years odd-ish, yes.
Yes. Yeah, no.
I like to think that she's like
Those
either
coily haired, hooked nose, grubby little hands.
Not known for being ginger, but
So it was an Irishman. You spoke to an Irishman.
oh god, what's an
Is that what they
Irishman?
are?
I mean, ginger and, well, not the green parts.
Wait, what's an Irish person? What? I've never
He-
met one.
I said,
You
is that
live
what
in
they are as a
London?
joke?
You live in, yes, you live in London.
I live in the better parts of London. I don't live where I'm guessing Irish people live.
I just like look at her. I just look at her like quizzically. Like,
Yeah, we're just gonna keep staring.
Because my character said that, like, my character responded to that as like a joke. The Irishman and black person, a bond stronger than time itself.
Okay, so what are y'all actually up to after the flashback? And
Anyway,
each
gentlemen,
episode?
we're not gonna get any help for this book, by the way.
Damn.
For
Y'all are
us,
still looking at books.
Well, yes, but for this corrupted book here, one, we should keep it somewhere away from any important information. It's still, even though it's bound, it still has the potential to spread if the binding is ripped. Yeah, they did, but it seems to be even more severe than I initially acknowledged it to be.
Why don't we put it in the library?
No, that's like the exact opposite of what we should do.
I can, I can
Yeah.
seal it in the chest if you want it for now.
I think Kane's desire for knowledge is more than his desire for revenge.
But that being said, the only way for us to properly get this repaired is that if we manage to travel to one of the many impressive libraries around the world, and we have nor the time or funds to really accomplish this.
I'd like to state something that I have an idea. I can seal the book in the chest and just keep it there. Shouldn't it be an issue then? We don't have to worry about it ripping or tearing. I meant the book with the fungus, obviously, Jonathan.
Is it really a fungus?
It is a fungus, yes.
This one is.
Yes.
Sounds
So-
suspicious.
I'd like to get more information about these books that we got. I'd like to I'd like to approach the bartender.
I see. What do you manage to
Alright.
pick up?
Well, we picked up 3 of 3, I think. One is
The 3 and
newest-
the 3, yes.
the 3 and the 3, my bad. The newest edition, I assume, and the oldest edition we have found. We have picked up the autobiography of a queer gentleman, and finally a book of recipes about tea.
Yeah, like the other batch of books, you can just leaf through them to see what they're about. You get that information for free.
Mm.
Also, roughly a feeling of which principles they're related to. Also, you forgot the orchid transformations.
The
We also
orchid
have that.
transformations,
Or
yes.
transfigurations. Sorry.
Yeah, the orchid transfigurations. I am interested in what the bartender will say about them, though.
I'd
You
like
earlier
to
mentioned-
ask him. I'd like to ask him. Can I have that book about tea?
You're gonna have to. You and Jonathan are gonna have to share. He wanted it first. Yeah.
Read.
Oh no, he meant
Are you
it.
going to
Yeah.
eat the book?
What do you mean? What are you gonna do with the book?
That's for me to know, and you to wonder.
Now I'm worried.
So, orchid transfigurations. Do you want to voice him, Dan?
Are you just gonna give it to him immediately before even looking at him? Like, we can do that. It's just, you know. But yeah. I mean, I can handle the description. I can handle his reactions to the books.
Let me just real quick.
Okay, yeah, we've got description. So you're just asking him straight up, like right out the gate, right? Uh. So you just approach the bartender with your haul of books. Which one do you want to know about first?
The Orphic Transfigurations.
The Orchid Transfigurations.
You can decide how much
Yeah.
he knows about that sort of stuff, man.
Yeah. So the Orchid Transfigurations. It's a relatively well-known series of books. It's this one's in English, but the original was written in Latin, and it's not really something that it's really not something that I've ever terribly been interested in. This one's like,
It's a tad, it's a tad too vulgar for his taste.
yeah. So it's always struck me as a bit of a vulgar picture book more than anything, but people find inspiration in the strangest places, so I can't write it off completely.
Mhm. Well, I also have these books. I show him the 3 and the 3,
Okay.
both editions.
That is. I haven't heard of these books either, which is like books that I haven't read. Plenty of those books that I haven't heard of is a rarity, and judging by the condition of this one, and he points at the one that looks newer, starts leafing through it. Ooh, judging by the condition of this one, that is for the best. And as he's leafing through it, you can see that this version of the book has already been heavily censored. Like, there's large passages blotted out. There's outright pages missing. Like, this book has had some work done to it.
It's been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wonderful.
definitely got it. They definitely got to it before you did. Whoever at the bureau was dealing with it.
We also have the older version of it, as you can see here. The oldest one.
Also, the bartender makes a pointed note of not asking where you got that one.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to get involved.
Yeah, he is deeply uncomfortable while handling these books.
The Latin one or the English one?
I mean, he's currently looking through the censored one, but
he was looking through the censored one, but then you give him the other one. This one's okay. This one doesn't appear to be censored, but and then he starts leafing through this one. Looks and just reads a random passage out somewhere in the first third, and he just closes the book immediately. Trust me, you don't want this book.
Might extrapolation help here?
You'd rather not.
There is a reason the other one was censored, and frankly, it is for the best. I don't actually know anything about the things that it's talking about, but there is a rule that has served me well, and this is why I am still a bartender here. Even though the society has been running for a good little while, when you see a book and you start reading it and it starts talking about things, and you just know immediately that you're way in over your head. You are,
Mhm.
and it's probably worse than you think. You can try to bother. You can try to bother Celia about it when she gets back, but if she actually knows what this book is about, she is probably not going to share. And I can only assume that that's going to be for the best. This is given that the other one is has had the given that the other one's been worked on by the Nocturnals, they are almost certainly not going to be happy that you have this uncensored one.
Mhm. Well, I guess this one would be worth quite a bit then.
If you can find anyone who
Insane enough.
wants that kind of attention.
Do you
Listen.
think he wants to keep it? Yes. Get rid of it.
No,
for
no,
money.
I don't think permanently is the greatest option.
You know what? I have a fantastic idea. No way you can have this book.
All right, fine, I'll take it.
Alright.
Don't. Yeah,
Well,
fuck.
So did you
Okay,
find any?
hold on. Can we just put our names in brackets or something, please? Because I look at Discord when I'm doing it. Hold on, let me edit my own profile.
But yeah, did you find any books that aren't either obscene or profane?
Yes, we found this book of tea.
I'll handle this one, Dan.
Yeah.
He peers down at the book, reads who wrote it, and doesn't read any further. Oh yes, I know this one. It's a tea recipe book.
Yes.
Yes.
Good one.
It's a bit unorthodox, really. You probably wouldn't know many of the teas in it, but I'm quite fond of a lot of them. I believe the only thing you'd really know how to make out of that is witching insane.
Also, we got this book, and I give him the autobiography. The Sexcapade one.
You want to do that one, or should I?
You can do
Yeah.
Sunset Passage, or what was it?
Much like with the other book, he just kind of takes one look at the cover, sees what it is and who it's written by. Oh, it's one of Velopoly's books. I mean, Strathcoyne's Brett isn't the most gifted of writers, but it's an entertaining read, if nothing else. And he's immersed enough in the society, in the transmundane, that something of use will probably bleed through. Velopoly's a bit of Velopoly's pretty famous around these parts. He's Strathcoyne's adopted son, so he's had a lot of occult connections throughout, basically from the moment he was adopted. I'm pretty sure we've even had him here a couple times. Interesting fellow. Not terribly well suited to the arts, but he is still quite a good author. It'll be a fun read, if nothing else.
An extremely prolific occultist.
More the people's occultist.
Yeah. So yeah, that's his breakdown of all 5 books. Oh, actually, was Sunset Passages from this?
No, Sunset Passages was from the previous haul.
Right. Okay. I don't
We
think
probably
we
have to
did.
redistribute them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did not.
Was Kane carrying both of the 3 and 3s?
Well, I mean,
No, I'm saying
I'm
like you gave.
currently I'm
He
carrying
gave the
all the
3 and 3
books.
to Kane. Which
Oh,
ones?
not yet. I said I'd give it to him. I
Okay.
haven't given it yet, but I will.
okay.
You want both of them?
I'll take both of them. I don't mind.
Okie dokie. You get both 3 and 3s. Enjoy your moon books.
Yeah.
Also, the free descriptions are. You can read the descriptions on the items if you want the free descriptions. The principles are moon for both the 3 and the 3s. Grail for the orchid transfigurations and for the impertinent. What was it?
Picture book and T book.
Yeah, no, the pick of the orchid
Recapitulation.
transfigurations is the picture book, and then an impertinent invituation is the tea recipe.
That's Grail.
Both of those are Grail,
It is.
and the Lompoli book is Sky.
Oh.
The
What am I doing?
Pierogi Diaries are a Sky book.
Who's
So
reading
who
the
wanted the
diaries? Or holding onto the diaries?
Well, so the Pierogi Diaries are the Sky book, and currently Seth has those.
Seth, when you finish your reading of that, do you mind if I borrow?
How about this? You give me one of the moon books to read, and I'll give you the. Actually, how about this? Well, currently none of these books fit me though. I guess Moon would be the closest it fits.
I mean, it's.
Well, none of the principles fit Ghost. I mean,
Never hurts to know more of everything.
yeah, I guess so. I'd like to. Well, here, let's organize first. Who wants to read which book? Let's start like this. Mr. Kane, which book would you like the most to read?
I whisper T.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to read any of the books, to be completely honest. The T one is very interesting.
I put my hand on Kane's shoulder. Great. That means you can show me what it says.
So I can. Whoever wishes to read the T, I assume we can read them together.
Okay, these three can read the T together. I want to read the uncensored version of 3. Well, no, we're distributing them to whoever wants to.
You wish to read the uncensored version?
Uncensored version, yes.
Okay, very well. I'll take a look at that after you're done with it, or maybe see how it affects your brain and whether or not I'm willing to affect my own the same way.
Dan, did we decide whether I could read Latin or not?
You are capable. You are literate enough in Latin. Yes.
Cool.
You can read
Congratulations.
Latin with no problem.
You are the only person in this party.
You are, however, nobody else can read a book in Latin but you. Though.
Can
If you-
do that?
If you want them to be able to read the book in Latin, you will need to tutor them after you know it.
That would probably take a while.
Yes.
Yes, and also they would, because they just cannot read Latin at all, they would have a lot of disadvantage. This, like, more than you would be able to offset with tutoring, that is, so it would
Probably,
still
yes.
come difficult. It would still be difficult.
What you should do is you teach them Latin first, and then the.
That might take a while.
That would take a while, but it can work.
You can do that, in principle.
I'd like to, okay, so I'd read the ancestor version. These 3 guys are reading the T book, and, I get, do you have any Alexander Welshire book that you want to read of the currently gained ones?
Do I, out of character,
So-
do I have 1 book or 2?
You have 2
Because
extra books.
Because my inventory says I have candles and sausage, but only 1 book.
You should have the Sunset Diaries.
Oh, did no one ever put it in your inventory? I'll
No.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
There,
Okay.
Sunset Passages.
I crave the strength
you
and
have-
certainty of bread.
Yeah, you have the sunset passages.
A miscellany of
And
funerary prayers, ceremonies, and hymns of the Church of the Unconquered Sun, which was ascended. Oh, I don't know if I should say that. Should I say that?
I mean, the free description is the free description. You
Yeah.
can say it.
Which was
like,
ascendant in the third and fourth histories. It schismed during the intercalate when the sun was divided and has not survived as a significant force.
That's crazy.
A lot of information right there.
Is that the one that was in Latin?
It is the one that is in Latin, and it's also associated with forge.
Okay, cool. Can I read it with a hammer?
It would be very difficult. It would be
Regard
extremely painful.
Substantiate your argument.
I'm not even gonna fucking
Like-
ask what that means.
Well, yes, but I literally have to. Like,
This
how,
sounds
Thanks to the
Yes.
book he has
how
to.
are you applying the hammer to the book in reading it?
I mean,
I
he's
swear
not,
to
applying, not necessarily applying it to the book, he's applying it to reading.
I
Well,
might be
yeah.
applying it to myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're bludgeoning yourself while trying to read it?
Oh my. Hold on. No.
Don't.
Wait. No, hold on. Please tell me the hammer. No. The hammer is the book. He just ties it to a stick and beats himself over the
He
head.
has an actual hammer.
When did
I
you get another hammer?
Oh right, no, I think that
Oh,
hammer
you
is
don't
still
have
in.
a hammer. Yes,
That hammer is in someone's skull.
you
the-
can. Yes, you can in principle just buy another hammer if you need one. Like,
Presumably removed
Your
from the
hammer
skull by
privileges
this
have
point.
been revoked. Your hammer privileges have been revoked. Thank you for
Remoked.
remembering.
but yes, you can just buy a hammer if you think it'll help. I just really need to know how you think this will help.
Just like motivation.
Can I beat the knowledge of the book into myself? Can I like literally take the book and
You're gonna
just
flail yourself while reading in order to like.
Okay.
more
Okay, so
book-based
the
mutilation.
next
This is why
question
reading is
is,
bad.
I get that the book is like Forge, but could I use Lantern to interpret Forge?
Probably not.
Damn.
You would need to give a very, very compelling reason to be able to do that.
Could I at least look at the book and see if I can understand what is going on, if I know what's up?
You like just generally reading through the book. Let me pull it up.
Like, can I like flip to a random page and be like, ah,
Yeah, no,
okay, this
you can
seems
just, like-
sane versus like, ah, yes, okay, this is theoretical physics.
No, so just looking at it, you get basically the same thing you got from the description, where it's just a collection of funerary prayers and ceremonies, related to the sun interpretation of the Catholic Church.
So the correct option is to sing them out loud.
Hold on, don't tell me this is sola scriptura.
Who knows?
This book deserves to be more than just read. This book must be heard.
Please, no, we're inside a speakeasy.
And I am the medium.
I beg of you, please don't do this.
I will simply walk across the street and sing
Can we hire
funerary prayers.
Can we hire the Jew and the Russian to beat him up?
I don't think you need to hire them. Also, I don't think you can afford to hire them.
I don't think they're for sale.
I think they can afford to hire you.
£5 for like a meme. I don't think you can. I don't think you have that
Fair
kind
enough.
of
I think
money.
actually, no, you're right. I don't even need to. They do it free of service after he starts singing.
Well, no, he's like marching through the streets. Okay, so, but to clarify though, and as a reminder, you do have the option to go dreaming again.
Yes, I do think that is something we should do.
So, are you going to? So, you can, decide to do all this stuff, but it's not if you want to do things for the next week. Like, this is just stuff that's happening in the downtime for the next week.
Okay,
Are
well,
you
if
going to be
people want
dreaming in the
to,
meantime, or are you just gonna focus on this? Well, no,
We
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Do you actually want to do something,
if you
or are you
want to
just
resolve the reading, then another week passes.
I
If
think
you
we should.
Okay.
just want to, start reading and then do other things, then
While
we
you're
can,
reading.
do other things.
Yeah, I think we
And then
should
the reading will
start
happen
reading.
eventually.
Yeah.
okay, well, if people want me to go into like the dream hole, they need to like convince me, because otherwise I'm gonna march down
Do
London.
you want to
and
see God
say
again?
funerary
What
prayers.
do you mean the dream hole? Don't call it that.
Hey, hold on.
No, it's not the dream. It's the mansis.
If we're not calling it the dream hole, can we call it the dreamosi?
I'm going to I'm going to gut myself in the mansis and see what happens.
Say that again, and I'm making you meet the fucking the mayor. No, I'm not stuck on that. I was stuck on trying to remember her name. Right. You keep fucking you say that again, and I'm making you meet the mayor in the tree.
What's the worst that can happen?
Not
The
much.
Dreamosi specifically.
Or sorry, there's not much worse, rather.
But yeah, like,
I am specifically singing though. I
yeah,
will.
like the current problem is the way in which Minty is going to be reading the book is going to be marching through the streets singing the prayers from it
In Latin.
in Latin, just for a
Okay.
week straight, basically.
If
Well,
you-
just like you do it for an hour and you take a break and then you do it again.
by the
Yeah.
way, do people do
Ooh.
hold on.
Oh, Dan, I just came up with something.
I'm fully just wondering if people who just can comprehend what he's saying just take a point of fascination or dread. I don't know. Laria isn't home right now. No, he's not.
Mhm.
Oh. He was so quiet. I thought
I've
he
been here
was.
this entire time.
Dan, you see what I mean?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so
Okay.
Cappy, if people are deciding what they're reading for the next week, which of the books are you interested in reading?
Hmm.
Do you want the book of tea recipes? The obviously indecent picture book? The cursed ass scripture that nobody wants to touch? The cursed ass scripture that nobody wants to touch but slightly incredibly censored? Fucking, I don't know, the book of hymns that, you just have to follow. You'll have to follow the homeless man while he's singing from it to, like, try to read it over his shoulder.
All right, but we did.
Also, it's
we
in
did
Latin.
complete the book, which allows us to stream now, right?
It's also in
Yes, you
Latin.
are able to dream. We're just deciding what you're going to be doing in your downtime, and then you
Hmm.
can convince the homeless man to dream, if that's what you're into.
I'm trying to Do I want to? I also have 2 books that I have on my person too.
You do also have a couple of extra books. There is another. You have you've got The Fallen Cross, and then you've already read 108.
Yeah.
But yes, The Fallen Cross is another Sky book that you have.
So the cursed book, the cursed ass book that is censored and stuff like that. How is it censored? Like, it's blotched out, correct?
Ton of shit blotched out, pages missing. Like, this book has been defiled.
Yeah, like they have really gone to the bureau has gone to town on this book. Like it's very censored.
If you
Yeah.
want, you
It-
can
it-
read
it
the
was-
uncensored
There is a
version.
version that appears to be uncensored.
I want to read the uncensored version.
I mean, or
Okay,
if you're
so
reading
wait,
the fucking
tea?
Pierogi Diaries.
So I want to read the Pierogi Diaries first.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Read the
read
Pierogi Diaries
both
first or tea?
versions, but only read the censored versions. So, just read them at the same time, but then selectively read the versions that are not in the uncensored version. Wait,
You're confused yourself, bro.
Only
Yeah,
read the
also,
East
yeah,
Sync-
there's the Pierogi Diaries.
Okay, so let's set this clear. So the week you're reading, I and probably Laria are gonna read the uncensored version of the 3 and the 3, and Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Harthew, and Mr. Kane are going to read the tea book together. Mr. Alexander is going to go and sing his book through the streets. Just so we're clear on what's going to go down this week.
Yes, that is what is happening.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna read 108. Or no, the Fallen Cross. I thought I read 108 or
You did.
You did read
You
one.
did.
okay, yeah, so it's the Fallen Cross I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you can.
Alright,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that one.
Okay. So everyone knows what they're reading. So the question is now: do you just want to read for the week, or are you going to be dreaming during the week? And how are you going to get Minty to agree to that? If you are.
Do any of you have a reason to be doing any of this right now?
Besides curiosity,
Money.
like you have, like you have your goals, but like, do you think you can get more information out of books or out of the dream? That's the question, basically. Or rather, it's more like you're still reading, even if you're going to be dreaming. It's just the dreaming is a thing you're doing on a particular night, whereas reading is something happening passively over the next week.
All right, well, I'm
We can
excited for
timestamp.
another adventure.
Or,
All right.
all right,
Actually, what they're asking.
So-
Ghost.
okay. So
Wait,
Minty, are you actually going to be dreaming them?
Minty, have you decided if you would like to have fun?
Very rude.
What's the point of doing all this role playing stuff? Like, what's my motivation?
Can't believe he used the hard R in Laria Hatfield.
I'm going to go with like you need a compelling reason because damn, this is the holy book.
Do you?
Okay, you know
Minty-
what? No, I would like to say something.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Hey, Pompous Pious.
Compelling argument. Continue.
What?
Pumps pious.
Would you like to
is
see
the
that light in the forest again?
The pagan forest?
word. The one where you saw
Light- well,
God?
I didn't look so pagan, did it?
I did have food in my mouth. You're right.
Keeps
The
eating
light
his
that-
fucking sausage.
The
No,
light
he's
didn't-
chewing on the
It's
hammer.
been 2 weeks. That sausage is either like a rock or literally disintegrated at this point, and I don't know which is worse if he's eating it.
The sausage is being chewed
He's
on.
eating the
in-
voiceless dead.
The light of the forest wasn't so pagan, was it? You seemed interested in it before, enough to keep away from us.
Yes, but this holy book, surely it will instruct me in the path to reach it.
You know, we can just go back directly to it, right?
You don't have to stop reading the book.
If you bring the book with you, you can cross-reference it.
I don't know if that's how that works, but we'll find out.
Perhaps
find
you are
out.
right. Perhaps I could spread the word of the holy book in the place of paganism.
Please don't. Please don't. I'm begging you. Don't.
We can
That would
try.
be very funny.
Oh
Okay,
wait, wait. Well,
r-
what you could do is, in the daytime you could walk in the street and sing, and then in the nighttime in the dream you could also sing throughout the woods. Convert more people per hour.
These are not exclusive, yes.
So real talk hours. Do we actually know how to get into the woods?
Yes, the first book that everyone read, The Locksmith's Dream, gets you into the woods.
You learned of a way into the wood that's associated with the moth, which is to say you must sleep with a lock of hair.
Like your own hair that you cut before going to sleep.
Enjoy
Damn,
your
I
baldness.
thought they were really dead ass gonna try and quiz us to try and get in the dream, see if anyone remembered it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remembered what they
So-
told us.
I do have a problem.
What's your problem? You're bald.
No, I'm not bald, but I'm heavily balding.
You can
Well,
use pubic hair.
I was going to
charges.
say, can I use my pubic hair?
It would be very gross.
The homeless men are in fucking.
But is it
sync.
on brand? The answer, yes.
It's
I-
also very gross.
What does he have for a bed?
Me?
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck I can find.
Where do I sleep?
Where do you
Oh,
sleep?
you don't sleep
Just the
in front
middle
of the bar.
street at this point.
Yeah.
Just like, you got exhausted from preaching, so you just took
Actually,
a nap.
Okay,
know,
but
at
how do I
this
put
point,
the
I'm-
how do I put the hair under the pillow?
The pillow is the rock you use as a head.
I don't know, you sleep on your bag or something?
At this point, I probably have like a straw bed that's infested with lice and bed bugs. So, because like we got like multiple pounds, so
Well, you were the only person that actually got to keep any money out of that.
I know, yeah, because I didn't spend it immediately. So I'm literally the richest I think my character would reasonably have ever been.
Yes, by like a substantial margin.
Yeah,
This character
so
is
I'm
for...
I literally have like a bed. I'm probably just like sleeping at some like the shittiest hotel I could find because it was the cheapest or something.
Like you are sleeping in the shittiest fucking tenement,
Yeah,
like actual bunkhouse.
yeah. But hey, it works.
A bungalow.
No,
No.
shit, bungalow's expensive, dude.
Baby in the
Fire-ass
fucking
house.
maybe today. Yeah.
Yeah, probably like what are they called?
Hold on. Can't he just use one to sleep in one? of
Boarding
those cheap-
house? Is that the term?
Yeah.
Boarding house, yeah.
God, I keep forgetting that Alexander Boucher has 7 reason.
Can't out.
This man is
rationalize so hard.
I will rationalize anything you throw at me. You simply cannot get me to doubt in my convictions.
So yeah. You guys have decided on shit to do?
I mean, I'll go with. I'm probably going to be reading all day, but if dreaming all night is an option, then sure, let us dream.
Yes, you can do both.
It is possible to go to sleep.
It based on
night.
your descriptions, it was unclear whether that was an option.
No,
It is
no,
possible to go to sleep.
I mentioned explicitly a couple times that this just delays the reading because we don't skip a week. But like you're still reading for the week.
Cool.
We are spending real life time doing things. during
Okay,
the
can we
week.
actually now just start doing it because we all were in agreement?
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but just as an aside, as you guys file out of the speakeasy that day, a detective does bump into you guys on your way out of the fucking whatchamacallit, the speakeasy, and he begs his pardon. He's rather gruff,
You may have it, brother.
looking man as he enters the speakeasy that you guys just left.
Uh-oh.
Just
Uh-oh.
putting that out there.
Yeah.
Wait, was it detective?
Yes.
It was the detective, yes.
Like it is a person that it is the most stereotypical looking ass detective you have ever seen.
What did you
Specifically stereotypical looking ass British detective. Like he's a constable.
I was
Like,
thinking Sherlock Holmes.
it's
Honestly, I was
it
thinking
might as well
Detective
have been a
Co-
dude cosplaying Sherlock Holmes.
I
Yeah.
honestly, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking directly Detective Columbo.
That's
Wrong
a bit
era.
later in the timeline.
I can actually
Yeah.
get you an image. Hang on.
Can't believe it. We're getting an actual image.
Taken
Wild.
from the game. Oh wait, that's the wrong channel.
He put it in the Dio channel.
There.
Oh yeah.
Actual constable. I thought it was the fucking. Yeah,
It's
no,
the weird-
no,
it's-
a comp
it's
just
the
walks
weird
into the speakeasy. Nobody, there was no commotion about this.
Okay.
Yeah, there was no real surprise or like shouting behind you as you walked out. He just sort of bumped into you guys as you were leaving, then begged his pardon as he walked in. So yeah. So you guys heading into the dream. No, so yeah.
The hunter's dream.
Notably, you guys do all have to sleep at the same time. If you guys are in different places, the moment one of you does the ritual, the rest of you start feeling that tug again, and you start feeling
Wow.
sleepy. You know,
Ooh, woo.
that soul tug. And so you fall asleep and you drift down, dreaming of leaves and roots and branches and a great big light in the sky. And you find, as you awaken, you are not sputtering, coughing blood out of a well. You instead awaken like Rip Van Winkle, covered in roots growing over you in the middle of the wood. Regardless of whether or not you guys were in the same room or across the entire city from each other, you have awoken next to each other.
Well, hello, guys.
Brothers, it is a sign.
Specifically with roots growing over you.
Hold on, I'm trying to find weird, creepy dream music, but it's all the YouTuber dream music. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
I mean, that is a creepy dream. Yeah.
Take Cultist Simulators. You just entered the Mantis music. I just did. It's in text.
Oh, I was gonna do that and then this.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Here
Active-
is
Oh wait, shit, wrong one.
here here is the music for entering the Mantis.
That isn't it. So yeah, as a reminder, a brook and a buzzing in the brain is in effect.
What's a buzzing in the brain?
I explained this to you the last time you were in the wood.
Dude, that was
Hi,
as
Moth.
fucking 3 months ago.
Every single moth action has +2 moth.
Okay.
A brook. They do, or at least they should. So yeah, you are in the wood again. Do you guys remember at all how to navigate the wood?
You go in a
feel like you
direction.
want to go somewhere.
Yeah. You
Close
think
your
about
eyes and run.
Okay,
That's
cool.
not.
It's not incorrect.
That's how Laura sees. Close your eyes and
Climb
run.
a tree. It worked really well last time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You guys do know of 2 concrete locations in the wood if you would like to go somewhere specific, or you can wander.
Alexander Welsher will, unless otherwise occupied by something, begin wandering in the direction of the light.
Right.
The light flitting through the... Okay. Dan, are you here?
Yes.
Yes.
The tug of one.
You are feeling the tug of 1. He's feeling the tug of 5.
But,
Also,
but
Dan
but
is.
the tug of the light is greater.
That is true. But like, no. I mean, dude's literally walking after the sun. So
Like moth to a flame.
oh,
Can
So can I look around anywhere now that we've stepped out?
Let him
now
struggle.
that you're in
my
the
God.
now that you're in the wood,
Yeah, like, so did we come through a door? I remember.
you went to sleep and woke up in the wood.
Oh, we just woke up in the wood. Okay.
Yeah, but there's
Like with
roots.
Vince
There,
Nickel.
yeah, we're on the ground. There's roots growing over us, like on our bodies. Yeah, I'm
No.
assuming that they're just like regular like tendril roots, not fucking
Can I
Yeah.
look
ash
around?
tree.
Sure. You can look around. Yeah.
What do I
I'd
see?
like to.
Give me a sec.
Oh,
Uh,
I like to imagine, Morgan Freeman's God. That's
Wait a
also
minute.
what he would say. Like, you can look around. Give me a second to create everything.
okay. Yeah. You look around. You find it's the same as it was last time, which is to say, a dark wood without paths. You can't make out jack nor shit around you.
Huh. So,
Well, should we try and start where we left off last time?
I
Find
kind
the
of
temple again?
what? Oh yeah, I wanted to go look to see what I missed when I passed out and woke up again.
All right, so you guys are approaching the temple. The temple of the wheel.
Are we? Because I'm wandering into the sun.
No, let him.
Let him find
Let
God.
him. Let him find it.
I don't think we
Wait.
can physically let him. That's the issue.
Be
Well,
with
he's
God,
feeling
as
the
we
tug of 5. We're each only feeling the tug of 1.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to pull 5 times the weight if he wants to pull all of us.
I'd like to say that
I think if you like have a rudder that has one pull of 1 and pull of 5, it ends up not going the 5's way. It actually goes down the middle. I'm pretty sure towards like. I think we're gonna go off course.
That's if we're going anywhere.
I think we should find the old lady, for she has knowledge. Are we being serious?
Do you mean the
Jonathan?
sister?
The sister.
You mean
The old crone. The sister ghost.
He's talking about the fucking nun.
you mean the nun that we met in the tavern speakeasy?
Well, we didn't
That-
meet her in the tavern. We met
met
her
her
in the
in
fucking
the
mansis,
dream.
and then like spoke
Oh.
to her in the tavern later.
Frosella.
Francilia, yeah. Well, she's an old woman in my eyes. My character's like early 30s, okay? Yeah, exactly. Old woman.
All right, Minty. These guys have been bickering amongst themselves for a while. Well, you want to roll dread or spend a passion
To do what?
You're just
to resist?
Well, the resist and walk towards the
You're
sun.
you're walking off. You're walking. You've been walking off for a while at this point, and you are feeling the tug of 5/6 of your soul going
Okay.
behind you. Like you're leaving most of yourself behind. Would you like to spend a passion or roll dread?
I'll roll dread.
Okie dokie. Go ahead.
2d6. No advantage or disadvantage, or
2d6 plus 0.
yeah. I got a 4.
Enjoy your dread.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Back to your bickering.
Where did the priest go?
While while shit's going on, can I collect a couple rocks,
Sure.
like small
Let-
stones?
Oh wait, can I check my pockets to see if I brought my stuff with me?
Sure. Let me just check to see what your stuff is real quick. A rope, candles, straight razor, 108 in the fallen cross. Okay. Yeah, you check your pockets. You find that the only thing there is a razor. Notably, it is not the straight razor that you came in here with.
Yo,
It is a very different razor.
I want to examine
You
it.
can feel something about it. Particularly, it looks like it looks like a barber's razor. It's a rather old barber's razor. Fucking whatchamacallit. It is not the same barber's razor, or it is not the same razor that you came in here with. It feels like there's something about it, you know?
What?
Like it just scratches an itch somewhere. Since I don't want to make, actually, yeah, I'll make an object for it real quick. Create item.
It's just weird. It's a weird ass razor.
Yeah, it when you look at it, it feels like it scratches some itch deep down, you know?
Ah,
Like,
Occam's razor.
you know?
Understood.
I mean that's an interpretation. Yeah, that feels good. So there. Just pretend the strange razor is the only one there, Cappy.
Alright.
Yeah. Are you guys still talking to each other in that one spot? By the way?
I mean, I checked my
'Cause you
pockets.
just-
I
yeah.
asked where the priest went, and I would assume we all look to go try and where the, you know.
Are
where
you
the
guys
priest-
following? Are you guys following the priest, or?
I mean, I suppose let's feed his ambition. Why not?
We should at
Alrighty.
least go after him to make sure he
Yes.
doesn't go fucking die.
I think he can die.
I will go after him. I swear to God.
Okay. Are we dealing with a party split moment? Damn, I wish Dan was here.
I would go
Also
with
wish
him.
that
I'm
it
fine
was
with
Niall-
going with
I
the
also
priest.
wish that it
I'm
wasn't
curious.
Niall. 'Cause I wish it wasn't Niall.
Or the priest himself, honestly. The man seems to be blessed with some type of actually blessed in the way that he learns things just by willing them into existence.
Eventually, he will will his own
Okay, what did I
being into
miss? I'm back.
existence. I do not want.
Oh my god, man. Okay.
Yeah, I saw
So
DMs.
they
but,
they dreamed. They dreamed into the mantis.
Mm-hmm.
Minty
Well, no.
immediately walked off on his own towards
Yeah.
you do. They when they woke up they were just advanced distinctly, you know, covered in roots, waking
Yeah.
up in the middle of the woods. Cappy looked around. Yup, it's the woods. Can't do jack shit. Cappy also looked through his pockets, and after I looked through his inventory, I decided, you know what? The only thing you have there is the razor, except it's not the straight razor, it's the strange razor in his inventory. If you look at it, I think you will understand why I decided this.
I have an idea
So just
of where
pretend the
this is
strange.
going.
Just pretend that's the only thing there.
Okay.
So yeah, they were also discussing for a while that they'd like to go to the Temple of the Wheel, but the priest is taking dread damage. So because they've been deliberating for too long, like they just took too long talking. So I decided, Minty, you've been walking for long enough.
Okay.
And in DMs, yeah, so we might be dealing with a party split situation. I know that Cappy wants to run after the priest.
I'll head that way too. I'm curious.
You also want to go after the priest?
I do, but I'm also curious about the priest.
So, are
Well,
we in
decide
a
which one
clearing?
you want to do more.
Priest, I said it.
You are not in a clear.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
are
you're
in the
just
woods
in the
proper.
woods, like it's hella dark. The priest is gone at this point. However, you know exactly which way that is because of that familiar tugging.
Okay, yeah. So we have four. So we have those guys going after the priest. Nova, are you also going after the priest? Or...
Yes.
Okay. Are the last two people going after the priest or going to the temple? Yeah.
I roll a rock on the ground and then decide priest.
Okay.
I am going to. Okay, so the majority is going after the priest.
Yes, everyone but you at this point.
I quite. I hate this. I hate this so fucking much. You wouldn't understand.
You can
I
try
can't.
to.
I'm gonna get pulled apart. I literally am being forced to follow this fucking walking, bumbling retard around.
I was curious. I wanted to see what happened.
Honey priest man.
It's the funny priest man. He gets himself into very unique situations.
I'd like to pipe.
That's
up real
because
quick.
he has the initiative to do things.
Yes,
He
that's
just
why.
simply knows. You could
I'd like to pipe up for a second.
Yes, I.
The more I'm saying this in character. The more we wander, the more we find, and the more we find, the more we learn.
Thank you, homeless man. Now, I guess our soul is being pulled apart, so we might get the fragment that's gone missing. Just so you know, if I ever catch him alone, he is fucking dead to me.
Like he wasn't already.
This is the threat of me going to accidentally paint some.
You're still going for the fucking original account you decided on then?
I wish to be in the light.
Well, you're going towards it, but it doesn't seem to be getting any closer.
I wish to be in the light.
How hard? And in what regard?
With literally every fiber in my body is trembling to be illuminated by the light. I crave.
Like, are you just walking in its general direction? Are you just like sprinting on all fours?
Shambling.
Are you trying to like climb a tree again?
Does climbing a tree seem like it would get me closer to the light?
Well, I mean, it goes up for all intents and purposes, but like
To the tree we go.
But like, also, you remember how this ended the last time when the branches and vines started moving.
Hey,
That
one
was part
question.
of the plan, the Lord's plan last time.
Okay,
This time
I
it
guess
might
if
be
you're both
different.
climbing
Oh my
the tree
God.
again, let's see.
Can
I am rolling moth because I like moth. I am
Here.
drawn to the flame.
You know what? Advantage this time. Give me your best shot.
Literally, one brain cell is all that is active.
You have not quite yet caught up to him.
Okay,
Based
what
on
am I
which
rolling?
direction he's in. Yeah, you have advantage on Moth.
Okay, and is there the active effect of thing that's happening right now?
Yeah, that's a +2.
So 3d6 plus 2?
Yes.
That's +6 now.
Okay, so you start climbing, and you feel like you're making progress.
Yes.
Like you feel like there is light happening.
Yes.
Yeah. And you just kind of you keep climbing, and the trees and the vines start shifting under your hands, but that doesn't matter. You are climbing now.
Yes.
Before you continue to climb, would you like to spend a reason or be fascinated by the light?
I think it would be on
I mean,
brand for
I'm
you to be
already kind of
fascinated.
fascinated by the light.
But are you like rational about it, or are you just gonna like roll for fascination?
I don't think any part of this is rational, but I guess in that way it is my own rationalization of it. So sure, I'll spend a reason.
Sure. Okay, you're at 6 reason now. In order to keep climbing, you're gonna have to make another roll. Are you rolling Moth again?
No, because this time I wish to be the light. I wish to be the illuminated one. I'm rolling lantern.
Okay.
I know how bad of an idea this is.
Okay. You
Please
are
let me contextualize this.
okay.
I am also staring directly into the sun.
Well, as much as you can. Like it has not gotten any lighter. You just feel like it has.
Sure.
Like you're just up in there. But it's
Yes,
still very dark. It's very woods.
but I can like see it. Yes.
Well, kinda, sorta.
Okay. Well, that's like
You
there.
feel you can see it.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Okay, so like you're just staring directly at the sun, and you want to become one with it.
Yes.
I am going to say that this has an advantage.
Cool.
So roll your roll, but before you do you want to spend a passion or risk a dread for this roll?
I'll spend a passion.
Okay, you have spent your passion. You are very passionate about becoming the sun. This mostly checks out. Okay.
I can't wait to find his chart.
So
Can I call out to Welsh as we run
Shit.
out in that
Oh,
direction?
fuck, I closed it.
Can I go?
All right. Could you
Alexander!
repeat that shit again? Sorry, what specifically happened?
So
Man.
what happened is he was drawn to the glory like a moth to a flame, and started doing some like monkey shit again and climbing the woods. And he got he started making progress, decided to not be fascinated by the light and like rationalize it a bit, and now he's rolling lantern to climb higher. He spent the passion to not incur dread, and he got that 13.
Okay. So he's climbing higher and higher and higher?
Well, he is climbing higher,
The king of
and
the sky.
the trees are starting to get significantly more aggressive. And you, in your focus on what you think is the light, you Yeah,
Hang
this
on,
is
wait.
this is a
But before you
difficult
do,
situation.
Dan,
Yes.
I cannot wait to fall to my
Okay.
death.
I don't think falling to your death is exactly what's going to be happening.
Is this my Icarus moment?
Uh, yeah, you're gonna have to handle that.
yeah. Okay. So, alright. Minty?
I
Okay, before I do that, Dan, we agree
Yes.
on this, yes?
That works.
Okay.
As a general thing though,
No, I mean, this.
climbing pretty fast now. Like you are starting to break away from the group again. They are not
Yeah.
catching up to you anymore.
So Minty, first of all, you know that buzzing in the brain?
yeah.
It's been replaced specifically for you with that old yearning, 15 moth. Your head thumps. It feels heavy, fit to burst. Winged things flutter, flittering beneath your hands with a soft thump, 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 thump. Scissors hang from tree bows like silkworms. Ignok urum steti walk snip snap. There, between the trees, the hearts quicken, eyes dilate. Great big wings. There, gone again. No, there. Always further. Closer? No, further. Getting further away. No, not away. Closer to the light. Would God need light, want yearning, yearning, yearning. Ingi rumi mus nocte et consumi.
Motherfucker started speaking in tongues.
There is something. So you are experiencing that. Roll for fascination. Twice.
Nice. Fascination.
Do you
Do I
even
get?
get to spend reason on this? I'm
No.
not. No, you don't. It's a
Uh,
bad time.
So rolling fascination. Okay.
Yes, lantern or sky. Pick your poison. It's probably lantern.
Okay.
That's an underscore.
Do you think he passes one, fails one, or does he pass both, Dan?
I think it's pass one, fail one.
Okay, so you get one fascination. You can feel that So yeah. It's getting very hard for you to think straight, Minty. You can feel that there is something not big in the sense of size, but big in the sense of bigness near you. That it is also going towards the light.
Big in the sense of bigness is quite the sentence.
Yeah, but not size. Very important.
I don't understand.
Yes.
This is a moth secret.
Understandable.
Whatchamacallit. So, there's something big near you. It also wants the light. You get the feeling that you're starting to lose yourself. Everyone else who is going after Minty, you can feel something weird going on with the tug.
Can we chop down the tree?
So,
can attempt.
can we
I'd
not
like
find
to.
him?
You know exactly what direction he is, namely that he's been going further up.
I am going to
Can we
do the
find
least.
which tree he's climbing?
I
He's
am going to
hiding.
do the least ill-advised or the most ill-advised thing I can possibly do right now.
What?
I am going to pause, if only for a second,
Wait,
to
hold
try
on.
to interpret what it is I'm feeling. To try to deduce if I have ever felt anything like this before, and what it reminds me of.
Okay.
I'd
Before
like
you do
something.
Okay.
Can I borrow, Laria? Can I borrow the razor?
Sorry, I don't want to
So-
interrupt other people.
Let's let Seth do his thing first.
Okay.
I say, no, I do not trust you since the last time you have done something and it really fucked it up. We need,
That was not
we-
my fault. That was the fault
we
of
need
the
to
priest.
save the old man, wherever
Oh,
the
we
fuck he
will
is.
save him.
Okay, so can we like pinpoint? Can I roll the pinpoint using moth to pinpoint which tree the old man went up with?
Sure. I will also say that for the rest of the party, the buzzing in the brain has been replaced with. Do you think rattling or howling, Dan?
Probably rattling. They're still
Yeah.
on the ground.
A rattling in the soul, which is.
What are
6
these
to moth.
squares?
What the fuck is it?
Why do they make a circle?
They're the influence diagrams. Why can I not put rattling in the soul down? Can you?
You did.
I
two
did.
of 'em.
Where is it? I don't see it.
I
two
see
of 'em.
4.
C4.
I see.
Well, yeah, but they're like, yeah, there's 3 rattle. Oh no, there
Oh
is
my,
4
there's
rattlings
way
in the
more.
soul.
1, 2, 3,
You
4,
handle those,
5,
man.
6.
Yeah, I kept
there's-
trying to put it down because I couldn't see it.
He just continuously put down more and more. It is now not rattling. It is firmly rattled.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
cannot
firmly
interact with these things.
Can you
Can I-
double click on them? You got the description?
Nope.
No.
I can't.
Can you right click it? Oh, I
I can target it like an enemy.
connection has timed out.
No. Well, there's his problem.
Nope.
Yeah. So yeah,
I can target it like an enemy.
Yeah. Right click.
Mouse over it.
Oh, double click. I mean, double click right.
If you go to token controls, you can hit select target. But that's completely pointless.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know how to.
Yeah, fight them off. Battle sequence.
Fight them off!
Okay, I've set one of them to friendly.
Why is that one friendly?
so that you can inspect it. I don't know.
Now,
They can
someone
see
cast
you-
heal.
But you still can't inspect it, right?
No, I
No.
can't. It's doing the Final Fantasy target thing for me. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure
I
that's
can't
like
do shit.
Paglin Saga or something like that. That's what that reminds me of.
I don't know what that means.
I think I'm connecting. I am.
You're connected.
That's crazy.
Okay, I have set everyone to be observers of these. Now, can you double click them?
Yes. Okay, I can double click.
Yes.
Yeah, a rattling in the soul. Oh, the friends that we played and the skins that we made, still they drive us. That old yearning. Please.
Gundams.
A brook. Oh, we forgot to make a description for the brook.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
How does the air
I
tremble?
got the
Well,
brook.
that's the default description.
Oh, I got it. Please.
Please. Principles. Please.
15 moth.
Please.
Oh, it's-
begging.
Whoa, fucking Disco Elysium reference.
What?
Oh, shit.
What?
God, please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Actually-
you can also see the influences folder. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I'd like to.
You don't-
No,
don't
it's the
look-
only way I can. It's the only way I can make you be able to actually see the descriptions. You have to be able to see the stat lines for them.
Yeah, we haven't made descriptions for half of them because half of them we had to invent. What should we call it?
But yeah, no. So, you were rolling moth to figure out which tree he was in.
Yeah, I wanted to roll moth for which tree.
Cool, so you're rolling... What's your... Laria's moth is... 3. And... +6, so you get +9 to your roll. Also, I think that gets at least one rank of advantage. What about you?
I don't think it matters. You just know there's enough moth in the air.
Yeah.
You don't even have to roll. You just auto pass because the DC isn't going to be that high.
Okay, auto pass then. Alright. Which tree it is? Where's the tree?
You're looking at it.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
Bold of you to assume you can get me down.
Actually, can we just shake the tree until it falls down?
Can you asked if you can shake the tree until it falls down? Until it
Yeah.
falls down?
Yeah, I'd like to do
You can
that.
attack,
Yes,
yeah.
I'd like to. I want to.
This seems like a bunch of barnacles to me.
Before you start to shake the tree, though, I just want to go back to the thing that Minty wanted to do, which was attempt to understand what he's feeling.
Yes, but also specifically understand what it's the most similar thing to I have felt in the past. Like, what does this remind me of?
Okay, what are you rolling?
What's the introspective?
Bucket moth.
Here you have plus 50 buff from the influence. So
Doesn't matter. He can
it's
just
like
roll
what,
more.
4 extra dice? How do you want to justify it though? How many actual dice are involved?
I mean,
Uh,
in some ways, this is like a yearning. It's a yearning to know.
okay, so you're going moth, and you're just saying it's a yearning to know.
Yes.
I think that deserves 1 rank of advantage.
Yeah,
What about you,
sure.
Dan? We don't want to be too generous.
Okay. 3d6.
3d6 plus 15.
I feel like the success here is
Okay, cool.
actually bad. 23.
23. A 2, a 1, and a 5. Nice. All right. So you can very, very easily feel what exactly sort of thing. Oh wait, sorry. Hang on. I forgot. You get another rank of advantage because of your fascination. Roll another 1d6. Just right now, 1d6.
26.
26. So yeah, you understand. You immediately understand what this feels like, because it feels like exactly what you've been doing right now, and exactly what you've been doing this in your entire life, which is the chase for, this is most similar to your chase for religious rapture, and your chase for just your overwhelming need to
Okay,
be with God. You know.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm now 100% committed. The top of the tree is not even like the end
All
for
right.
me.
We are going back to the people attempting
no.
to shake him down.
Like,
Can I start yelling?
All that.
Can I
The
start
one
yelling,
tree is
Alexander?
the-
Please
is
come
the-
down.
Sorry. Before we continue, Alexander Welsher and Welsh. Roll for more fascination.
Cool.
One more roll for fascination.
He's going to die from fascination if he doesn't die from fall.
Roll 1d6 plus 4. That's why I picked it.
9.
9? Do you think he
Yes.
dodges it, Dan?
No.
Okay. 2 fascination.
Let's go.
All right, back to the people who are shaking him down.
Can I turn to Herthu and tell him, like, can you throw a rock up there or something?
I can make a bed of rocks for him to fall on.
Can we even see him?
No.
Not even remotely.
How can we not see him?
It's
He's
very
alive.
dark. Despite the
It's
fact
very
that the
dense.
light is obviously shining down from there, you can't see shit. Very dark.
Yeah, that's pretty real. That's a moth. Singe.
Yeah, that is. Okay, I'd like to. So here's the thing. I am fighting for my own sanity here because Moth is literally droning in my head. I'd like to invoke the principle of edge.
Okay. To do.
To shake the tree.
You're using edge to shake the tree. Okay.
I am fighting for my own sanity. If he continues going up, my mind is gone.
Can I
how do you
set
think
up?
that? How do you think that feels with Edge, Dan?
I mean, like,
Fighting for my fucking life here.
But you don't
Like,
need to be
I hope
sane for your
works.
life.
Nope, because my life is my memories, and if they get fucked up, then yeah. They have fucked up memories, not real ones. Means I'm a different person. Means I'm not myself anymore. It's my life.
How do you feel about this, Dan?
yeah, think, um, I think that's actually fine.
He definitely does not get disadvantage.
You don't get disadvantage. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of half and half on the advantage.
How about I
guess
roll
you
a
can have
dice and see if I
advantage for
get it?
this one. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. That's a 14.
14. Okay, hang on.
Shake the tree
Uh,
violently.
I mean, that's not a bad idea. I think that it just depends on whether I feel that I'm an angel or angelic enough.
Oh my god.
No, this is great. I'm here for this. I want to see this happen.
Also, Jonathan.
all right, cool.
Hey, Jonathan, start gathering up leaves when he comes crumbling down.
Okay, yeah. So you are shaking that tree vigorously. You know, really, really vigorously. You do, in fact, hear rustling because something is falling down.
Oh
You get your
no.
hopes up, you know.
Remember those scissors he was surrounded by?
Scissors?
It is
Scissors?
now raining scissors.
Oh
Um,
no,
Yeah,
no,
the
fucking
scissors- the
I
scissors
will
were
say-
not a metaphor.
Was anyone looking up at this time, like up the tree?
no.
Like, people were trying to look at him.
I wasn't. I was shaking, dog. I was looking at the tree shaking.
I
Well,
wanted
That
to
probably
do an
means you
accent while
don't
he
see
was
the
doing
Caesars coming.
yeah,
Scissors?
you don't see the scissors. Everyone else that is looking up does see the scissors.
Guys?
However, Alex and
Oh.
Welcher, you are also still surrounded by the scissors, and you also have to dodge them.
Gentlemen, I would
I
would
will
advise
say-
you step away from the tree.
Huh? Why?
They're
It is
falling-
falling far too fast for you to warn them. Anyone who was looking up, I will say, can make an attempt to dodge. Sure.
Can I cover my head with one of the rocks I'm holding?
Can I,
Yeah.
can
Yes,
I
you
just
can.
get away from the tree?
I'd
can I
like
just
to-
step back from the tree?
One at a fucking time, guys. Holy shit.
Play,
All right. Yes.
Okay,
I think
please,
that goes
please
against
play.
first action.
Hold on.
Ghost.
1 second. You heard my decision. I'm gonna go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Ghost, you should play the sadness and sorrow track right now.
So yeah, Ghost, you get first action. What principle and why?
Think about this. Think what would activate at this point in time. Yeah.
Okay.
completely unrelated damage to what's happening right now.
I just realized something. Damn. I never picked a wisdom for Mason's secret. Should I pick that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll do preservation again.
Again?
You
Cannot.
because it's the same level of secret. You don't benefit from having two level
Oh.
1 things associated with it.
So what do I do not? What do I not have? Preservation, bird
You don't have
song.
Skolosophy or
I don't
Bosk.
have Bosk. I guess I could Bosk.
All right. What principle do you want plus on?
Of the boss principles.
Cappy, I
I-
hear
I-
leveling up mid combat. Make sure that he gets the useful stat.
to be fair, Bud, I have done that in Divinity 2.
Yeah,
Fair.
you're doing it to make sure that you get the useful stats.
Hey, I
Sure.
have a question. Can I invoke wisdoms for rolls or no?
You can.
you've
if
always
you,
been able
you always can. It's just the risk of
You,
relatively narrow application versus needing a good explanation.
Here's the thing.
also, if the wisdom has applications that you don't understand yet, and we do, we can play with that.
I'd like to,
Moth.
if possible, could I have possibly sensed the falling scissors through Nyctodromy? Since these are trees and Nyctodromy is the tree.
I don't think scissors grow on trees, but what do I know?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, you're
you-
looking at them. Also,
you
you're
were literally
dodging
looking
them,
at them,
hopefully.
yeah.
Nyctodromy
I'm waiting for my
would
turn.
not have helped you to sense the scissors, I don't think.
I
Because
know the
Nyctodromy isn't
tree
a tree.
intimately.
Nyctodromy is a branch of the Tree of Wisdoms. All of these are branches on the Tree of Wisdoms. And Nyctodromy is specifically traveling by night.
Yeah, we're in the night. In the dream.
Well, yeah, but it's not traveling.
Yeah, but
to
you're not
sense
doing a
something
lot of
falling.
traveling when you're standing still kicking a tree.
It's called hold on, no. It is traveling. I'm traveling to my death, apparently.
Well, do you want help with that?
Well, it's not so much that your death is that you're traveling to your death, so much as your death is traveling to you.
I mean, that's purely a point of perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
And perspective is everything.
It depends on your reference frame.
I am
I
the
do-
hour. I decide what is
Okay,
real.
so here's the question. Do you want the reference frame when the scissors are traveling faster to you, or the reference frame where you are traveling faster to the scissors?
What is your
Okay.
reasoning? Okay, you get heart. You chose heart. You have that reasoning. You get an advantage. 3d6 plus 1.
I'm back.
14. Cool. So you did jump over and tackle him to the ground. That means that he dodges the wound roll, but you must make the wound roll. Are you spent?
Do you want to
Should
spend
he be allowed to spend?
for this? I mean, like in principle, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to spend health or risk a wound? Oh, you're taking a wound roll. Okay.
Yeah.
You have 4 health. This man has put most of his points into health and then never used health. 6. You get a wound.
Yeah, you got a hole in your fucking shoulder blade now, or some shit. I don't know.
All right. Next person
Well,
who's looking
there's
at
scissors sticking out.
next
who's-
person who's rolling.
Who is next?
I would like to roll.
Okay.
So
what are
I'd like
doing?
to get out of the way. I'd like
Yeah.
to.
Excuse
What
me.
do you-
like
I'd
to-
like
okay.
to get out of the way.
I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I'm sorry.
Hmm. I guess I'd use heart to get out of the way because I don't want to take damage.
So what? It's not a collab, man.
Damn,
Nobody want no
real.
Cardi B meal. It's not Cardi B.
I don't want to fucking die. I don't want to get something stuck inside me right now.
Does he get disadvantage or null?
I think that's just normal.
Okay, yeah. Roll 2d6 normal. Normal kills with your normal dice. That's not how you roll.
It's been a while.
Does that pass, Dan? Because these things are falling pretty fast.
They're
They don't
pretty
have much
fast.
time.
No, I think you get to make another 2d6 roll for whether or not the scissors actually hit you. Well, not hit you, but like to see whether or not they hit you in a way that damages you.
I'll make them.
Or you can spend a health. You do have that option once.
I got 2 health. I guess I'll just do
Oh
it.
yeah, you do have 2 health.
I'll spend a health.
Okay, you're down to 1. Sloth ran off to the bathroom, right?
No.
Yes.
And so did
Okay, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you rolling for protecting yourself with a rock?
I would like to roll Forge. I cast Stone Skin on myself by putting a rock on top of my head and on top of each of my shoulders, in order to make a makeshift armor out of just some shitty rocks that I found on the ground.
I think stone skin was hard.
So here's my verdict. Dan may have a different verdict, but my verdict is that you made a joke by saying stone skin, but picked forge instead of scale. So I hate you. So you get disadvantage.
Okay, but in his defense, he made armor with it.
Yeah, he forged it out.
There's the conflict.
Like, it makes more
Do we
sense in my
really
head
have
that
to play
forge to be
DOS 1?
used. Do rock paper scissors for it.
All right, Dan. Rock is 1, paper is 2, scissors is 3. On the count of 3, we post. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dan, that's 1. Dan, you were supposed to post just the number. Should we say that that's
incorrect?
I know what I did.
Okay, so you picked 1 and I picked 3, right?
Yeah.
That means you win. Shit. We go with your verdict.
Yeah. You have constructed your armor.
It's not very good.
It's not very good.
Okay. So
You get advantage for constructing armor because that's rad as fuck. You get disadvantage because your armor sucks.
Not for me.
Oh, man.
Can't believe
Hey,
Yeah. I'll spend a health.
The
Okay.
rock on your head and your shoulder come in handy when the knife hits you in the thigh. Roll for wound or spend a health. I didn't know you
He
got
already
options.
spent. He already spent.
I
the
just
health.
spent health, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Kane Starling, what are you doing?
He's just running.
You're
Can I
just
set
getting
up my
out.
next action while we're waiting for Nova?
Well, I mean,
no,
before that, Minty,
Yeah,
the
Minty.
scissors are following around you too. Like they're all over the place. What are you doing about that?
Okay, but you see, Alexander is a man possessed. All he sees is the light. All he hears is the singing, and all he feels is the big. The yearning is simply too strong for scissors, and the most chaotic way to dodge them is to simply have them be dodged by chance. I will be rolling Moth.
Okay. Just real quick, Dan.
This makes
yeah.
no sense.
I will say you get advantage, however, in DMs, Dan.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just die of, like, fascination.
Would be pretty apt.
To be fair, I'm already pretty fascinated.
All right.
We're gonna have to first.
What's happening?
Minty out here about to be reminded of Exodus 33:20. You cannot see my face, for man may not see me and live.
Bod, look in text.
Man,
If only I put it on my leg.
Regularly.
It's taking you a while to decide, Dan. Anyways, you do get advantage on this, by the way. Well, sure.
Okay, so that's what, 5d6?
Let me check. Real quick.
You have 2 fascinations, so that is 5d6 plus 15.
5d6 plus 15.
Just roll your roll. We'll see what happens. Like, honestly.
Okay.
32. It's not even a particularly good roll.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's a pretty average roll.
Yeah.
Well, no, our highest roll so far was like a 40 from Cappy at the temple. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, such is the case when you're old, when you're yearning and old, and please. I'm so glad that we already ran into a case where the dangerous aspects just loop into themselves to kill someone.
I can't wait until the priest is the first character death.
Listen, I'm sure that if you die in the dream, you don't die in real life.
No, you.
A good question, actually.
A fragment of your soul is gone, bro.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, sure. I guess we can go with that. So, Alexander Welcher,
Hi.
you simply ignore them, right? You simply urge your way past it.
Yes.
That's not how scissors work. Would you like to spend health or roll wound?
Especially the ones
Like,
going at
the
terminal.
scissors are everywhere, so it just
I'd
ignoring
spend
them
health.
is not.
You spend
Okay,
health.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, you ignore them successfully though, so you simply don't care that you got cut repeatedly by scissors. You are still climbing.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. But hang on, Dan.
None of this makes sense. I hate all of this.
Welcome. I feel like that's just par for the course in this place. Yeah.
How would I expect fucking scissors?
Like, in character, you had no idea. Out of character, it was in the description.
Yeah, exactly. In character, I had no
In
idea.
character, though,
Verdict quick, Dan, so you can keep. Yeah.
Considering this,
Yeah,
nothing
okay.
makes sense. So why the fuck would I expect scissors out of trees?
I mean,
aren't-
wouldn't you expect scissors?
Aren't you the moth-pilled one? Oh, wait,
Julian.
that's Cappy. Okay, never mind.
So-
You wouldn't expect scissors.
Whatchamacallit. So yeah, Minty is continuing to climb. You
Despite the
guys,
scissors and despite the shaking.
unfortunately, he rolled so high on the moth that he ignored the shaking.
Well, I mean, unfortunately for who, maybe he'll make it. 90%
Okay, so-
of moths fucking give up right before they finally reach the sun.
This is real.
True. This is true.
Noah still needs to
And-
figure out how
yeah.
he's dodging.
I would like to simply move away.
Yeah, like what principle?
The principle of moving away.
Yeah, the principal moving away. Duh.
Flight.
Fucking yeah. Sky.
Sky.
Yes, I will.
I'll just simply have holes in the place where the scissors are going to be.
Exactly. I see that the scissors are falling. I understand that at the rate that they're falling and the speed, and I use that time to dodge and weave out of the way.
This
Okay,
motherfucker really is
roll
pulling a
visual
fucking
calculus.
Open up your pockets
I
to let
mean-
them through. If you're cold, they're cold. Let them inside.
Not filled. Yeah, hang on. I have to look up his sheet. Okay, so you're rolling Sky, you say?
advantage,
Yeah,
so,
Sky. I rolled- Oh,
Uh,
oh.
Did
know
you have
if
any wisdoms?
You get 1d6 because you have a fascination on you.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
got
Hey, it's a
fascinated.
4.
All right, you spending health or you getting
The scissors are pretty.
Twinsies, Nova.
Yes. Spending a
did
health
you
or what?
Did you
Roll
know
a
any
blue.
like wisdoms or anything that would help? Oh, never mind then.
I'll spend the 1 extra health I just earned.
All right, cool. Down to 1 health. All right. The insane homeless religious man is still climbing the tree.
All right.
Okay.
I have an action.
What is your action?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to find out?
I would like to take an action.
What is your action?
I would like to roll for edge to pick up one of the scissors and stab the tree.
Okay.
That is
I'm
edgy.
I'm gonna
Why?
grab Jonathan and I'm gonna say skedaddle.
This
Okay.
Jonathan, we are running.
I'm doing this because we need to stop him somehow before something terrible happens. And this forest is fucked. So I'm just going to go ahead and, with every ounce of my body, act in self-preservation, not using wisdom, just in
Okay.
general, and lash out using edge in order to stab this tree in a vain hope that it will do something.
Can I also take an action as Sloth does this?
Seth, okay, Jonathan, listen to me. I'm seeing that homeless man. He has anger in his veins. I think it's time to move.
All right. I see what Harthy was doing, and then I go, you know, my mind races. I guess I grab the weird, strange razor I have in my pocket, and I
Mhm.
slash at the tree.
Okay.
Oh my god, we have 2 people.
I use
Go there.
moth because I am desperately trying to get Alexander out of the tree. I'm not sure how it would help. I'm just
Why
I just want him to get out. I want him, please, get out of the fucking tree.
Mhm.
I don't want to lose the weird tugging thing.
Isn't this the Grail?
What?
There's a
No,
difference
isn't
between
one
desire.
Grail?
There's a difference between desire and yearning.
Okay.
Grail is much higher. Is much of more of a higher process. Desire and want. It's also associated with birth, rebirth, and consumption. Moth is a base level urge.
Yeah,
Like,
and also
like
I
it-
was going after because the description says please. Like clearly that's urge, need, wanting, the light. I'm using it in a different way. I want the light to go away, and I want Arthur to come back down.
Not the Harthy. Harthy.
Or no, Arthur to Alexander. My bad.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Shit. Dan, you handle. Actually, wait, we have to confer.
Yeah.
Can't believe I've caused problems already, and then everyone else is causing even more problems.
You have been
No.
causing problems for a while.
Nah.
I'm
You have
chilling.
I'm
this is the
chilling.
first
I've
time
literally
that
not
game-
done anything wrong, actually.
I'm
I've
fine.
only been
I got-
cleaning up messes.
I got a little. I got a little
need to
cut.
actually read.
Yeah, and I'm fucking
I counteract.
in from my perspective.
Yeah, and I directly oppose that, and we all know. we
We
all
all
know.
know who's caused problems.
I
Look at
blame-
Jonathan. As
I
I'm
feel-
cutting a tree, I guess.
This is
I can't wait for like the entire forest to converge and start beating you.
What if I cut the roots? Oh, maybe I shouldn't.
Treebeard be like,
I don't know.
We're gonna find like some fucking nymphs or something.
You know, they're like scissor
Are
sized.
they like clock tower size
They-
scissors? Like they're.
they're kind of just like,
they're
like
somewhere
normal
between
shears.
scissors and they're like, yeah, shears, like sheep shears. We're just waiting for.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Dan to finish.
Wait, are these used to like make clouds?
Holy shit, dude, he does have high fascination.
Holy shit! What?
Okay. Cool. So, yeah. So, would you like to handle the rolling, Dan, while I do a little bit of writing?
Okay, yeah, sure. So Cappy, you're rolling moth for this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you get to have advantage on that.
Alright.
And you're also using your knife with that, so that gives another +2 moth.
Alright.
Because, like, you know, the fucking, like, that's just the principle on the knife. They're on the strange razor, at least. And Harthu, which principle were you rolling?
I'm lashing out in violent
With
desperation.
edge. Okay, yeah. That just get. I mean, I think that's just gets 2d6. That I don't think that gets any extra advantage. You don't? Do you have a wound? You don't have a wound. Yeah, so that's just 2d6. Okay. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
god, I just understood what I said. But like last time.
Okay. Yeah.
Do they
cool.
use these to make clouds?
No, bugs.
Is that what you're talking about?
No bugs. Dan would
What?
know. You were gone. Dan was there.
Oh.
I think I was gone, but also, yeah, no bugs.
Like, you know, the sun's long and thin, and there's 3 of them. Like, you might ask, what's between us and the sun? You might say
Oh,
bugs.
I remember this. I don't know why I remember this.
Yeah.
This man has fascination.
Like a normal amount. But yeah. So I'm waiting for Bod to finish writing out the greater consequences of your actions. But in the meantime, describe to me how you're you're just kind of I know Riku's just kind of stabbing at it. Laria, what are you doing with that? Are you just kind of like trying to cut it? Are you stabbing it? Can you even stab with a razor? Like you personally?
I mean, you can slash at something. I was
So
like
you're
thinking.
just kind of like, are you just kind of trying to pick a knife fight with the tree?
Just
Yeah,
gotta
I'm,
give it a
I'm
little
trying
bit
to
of a
slash at the
shave.
roots. I'm trying to slash at the bark. I don't
He's trying
know.
to cause the tree.
I thought you were gonna
Trying to
treat
make it not trying to make it to shake Minty off.
Just envision a giant carrot and begin peeling.
Yeah, in desperation.
So yeah, you are very successful at just causing cuts on the tree, like on the bark and on the roots.
What was the roll? Success?
Like 20 something, 23.
Okay, shut up. I'm handling this. I just have
Okay,
to
yeah.
finish writing.
Oh,
Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of our actions,
Your
water?
actions. What do you mean our actions?
you're helping.
I'm the only way I'm helping is killing you.
I mean, I don't know who that's helping.
So my sanity.
Hang on, wait.
Actually, I think that would probably be the opposite, but yeah.
First of all, Dan, there's this part that they get immediately. Don't say anything. Oh yeah. And then for the other one,
Oh no.
I have
You
a
know
bad
that's
feeling
exactly the
about this.
first thing that's getting said.
I have a bad feeling about this. Terrible, one might say.
Trust me, it's only gonna get worse.
I don't like this.
uh,
был окружен пустыми далекого леса. Это преддверие Сибири. Лесной покров настолько густой, что солнце не проникает сквозь него даже днем. Среди деревьев здесь превалирует сибирская лиственница. Разновидностей диких животных здесь не так много. Галюк – птица, которая подолгу живет в одной и той же местности. Он слил гнездо на высокой ветке. Мать разрывает пищу на мелкие кусочки, чтобы накормить птенцов. Кролики очень преданы своему потомству. Охотятся они в основном
all
на
right, and then
сытые кусты.
this part
Еще
is
они едят
for
сачу,
obvious
которые наносят ущерб
things.
сельскому хозяйству, за что пользуются уважением у крестьян.
And then there's an obvious choice there, and if the obvious answer is chosen,
Это
that
оранжевый
happens as
белохвост,
well.
которого легко узнать. Он питается рыбой и живет возле воды.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like that's all on you, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was just throwing it past you real quick,
Yeah. It works.
Yep.
I
just in case you think anything needs to get audited.
Yeah. The only thing that needs to be addressed is my last question, I think.
Yeah.
As to like, you know, the resolution of all of this.
Белохвостом оказывается черный корж. Рыба и его излюбленное лакомство. Он готовится биться прямо на виду.
All right. Cool. So, good job. You got back at the best possible time. So, are you guys ready?
Sure.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Mm,
So,
ready.
I'm ready.
the bark of the tree parts like soggy flesh. Malachite pours from it in rivulets. A long groaning shriek pierces the air as the tree coils and writhes. From the wound, a woman's hand reaches, palm outstretched. The tree turns green as jade. Honeycomb blooms from whorls and knots. Honey is in the air. The distant thrums of bees' wings. Real quick, everyone who is on the ground, you're rolling dread.
I see.
Cappy and Sloth, you are the only two people who may spend passion because you're rolling 2 dread. One of them you can spend passion on.
I'll spend passion.
Actually, no, sorry. I got that the wrong way around. Everyone can spend passion if they want. You two have to roll unavoidable for one of them.
Oh,
Okay, so I'll spend passion for one.
Wait, have I recovered? Have I recovered my passion from the last time? Because I still have.
Oh yeah,
You
sorry, I
would
should have.
Yeah, you would have gotten
Yeah.
that passion back.
Okay. Let me spend the passion.
I'll spend a passion too.
Spending
Everyone's
Okay,
spending
everyone.
passion if they're available. Wait,
Can I
To be
use
honest-
moth for
wait, hang on.
passion or no?
Ghost, did you already spend passion this session? Okay, cool. So you did it yourself.
I just removed it myself as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Parthew,
I
you
just.
actually you get a +3 on that roll because of your grail.
Oh, okay. So it's 11.
Okay, so you
I am simply
that.
elevated above the hand.
so you pass that and
Yeah, you don't
spend
see
the
any of
passion.
this.
Uh,
Well, I mean, you see the tree that you're on is suddenly very green.
no, he
and all
doesn't
of the
see
other
that because
aspects-
something more important is happening.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah. You don't have time to pay attention to it.
So hang on, before we move on, Sloth, you spent the passion and you rolled.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
I got 11.
Cappy, you still have to roll for your second dread.
There we go. 4.
So it's 1d6 plus 1.
Oh, that was 4 because I was using moth because that's a passion.
No.
Oh, with Grail. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But
I'll take the 6, so that's 6 plus what? 1? Yeah, that's 6 plus 1, that's 7.
yeah, so
Do you think 8 and 7 pass, Dan?
I got 11.
Well, no, it's not an
Consider
8 because he has +3.
Or,
so
sorry.
that's an 11.
Yeah, you got 11.
I think the 11 passes.
So the 11 passes, does the 7?
Probably not.
Okay, you get another dread.
I have 3
Well,
grail and I forgot to put it
Yeah,
in.
he forgot the grail.
Alright, cool. And so for Minty, you feel the tree buck and twist beneath you. It hurts, it roils, indignity. It is impossible to hold on. You feel your grip fading. The light, oh, the accursed, blessed light. You cannot reach it, but as the foliage bends, you peer past the tree line. You can almost see it. Even the faintest glimpse sears your soul. You are being given one chance to look away.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So who's going to
so-
be planning the funeral?
It was for only a moment, but it lasted all of eternity. Glory, the sun, Kailum, and framed before it like a halo, a great moth, its hands outstretched. Then you plummet through the trees. Roll twice for fascination. You don't get to spend your reason.
Fascination. That's lantern or sky.
Lantern or sky, probably lantern.
Yes.
Okay.
This is.
I
That's
have.
like-
Oh
Four
fuck! Is
lanterns.
this 0d6 for the fascination acquisition roll?
Yes.
Or no, it's not. Sorry.
It's 0d6 plus 4.
I really
Would it
hope
be
someone
zero?
tries to catches Alex.
Would it be 0d6 plus 4, Dan, or would it be 2d6? I can't remember if we decided
It's
that.
0d6 plus 4, and then, which, doesn't succeed. Yeah.
Oh wow! I rolled a 4.
Okay, you have 3 fascination. Now roll negative. Now roll 4 minus 1d6. You need to roll a 0 or above to not become insane.
Minus 1d6 plus 4.
Oh god, the
Can we
Welshman's
make it?
insane.
I mean, it's not actually terrible odds yet. Okay,
Oh
never
my
mind.
god! Alright, cool. We're moving into this part. I'm surprised we got
Wait,
here already.
negative 1d6, or is it 4? I guess it's the same. Yeah.
Alright. 5 fascination, and also your character is broken in some way. Namely, your character's soul, your character still, so your character's mind is broken. You are completely incapable of distinguishing between reality and fiction. You are insane. You can still use your body, and you don't have that 1,000 mile stare, but you're completely insane.
Perfect.
This
I
is
can-
not character end unless you want it to be.
I
There
can live
may
with
or
this.
may not be ways to reverse this. You are
I
a
will-
babbling lunatic.
I will deal with this.
What does this mean? Does that mean like can Alexander still get dread or passion or fascination?
He can still
He can,
get
yes.
like he still gets to play as normal. It's just
He's completely insane.
any
does not
time
understand
that
what's
he
going on.
has any time that he has to figure out what's going on, observe anything, he might just get slightly different results.
I have a
Then
question.
anyone
Oh,
else.
okay, that's kind of cool.
And by slightly I mean like, he's flying right now, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Are you
I have a-
flying to the sun actually? Would you like to?
And I was asking that, like, which way is the principle of flight taking me at the moment?
In
Well-
reality, it's taking you very fast down through the tree line. You guys can hear him falling.
Well, clearly I'm ascending into the sun.
Okay, good.
Yes. You make no attempt to catch on anything because you're flying into the sun.
Does
Well, no,
the sun
I
catch
spread
him?
my wings, my arms.
He
Okay.
won't die from the lunacy. He'll die from blunt force trauma. Can't believe it. Take a wound. How the fuck are you gonna take a wound
Nobody's-
from this far?
Fuck this guy. Nobody's catching him.
Sorry, I was busy. I can
I'll
catch him.
spend a health to not die, though.
I'll catch him.
No.
I mean,
don't-
I'm still at the base of the tree. Like,
Yeah, I think me and Hearthu are very busy because there's a fucking
Well,
hand
if you can
sticking out of the
catch
goddamn
If you
tree.
can catch a scissor, you can catch a dodgeball. If you can catch a scissor, you can catch a dodgeball. To dodge?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll allow it. Well, did you have advantage last time? I forget. Okay, sure, yeah.
So glad that Jonathan's the tank of the group.
I am the tank. I am not.
You have not helped a single motherfucker!
You're doing remarkably little
No. Listen,
Reverse tank.
I would help you guys. I just don't like the priest.
he's the support role for everything else we're fighting.
Jonathan, and I think this is a good place to end for the night.
We broke a man.
We got
Bravo.
our first
But there's
character.
a hand.
Yeah,
You would have to
it's a
deal with
cliff.
that, yes.
Oh man.
The tree is reaching out, palm outstretched, and is visibly upset, and there is the sound of bees in the distance.
Okay, but no. End it on a cliffhanger.
Hand.
I just said that. He said my joke, but louder.
No.
But
Can I give
hope
it a
that-
high five?
Listen, it is not anything like
Next time.
against you. You're right.
Well, too bad. I'm going to bed.
Man,
Solo
it's
hostess.
fucked
Yeah.
up when you have a DM that's an electrician.
How dare he?
Listen, this is why we should just force Stan to continue solo with 6 idiots in the call.
Yeah. I will also say the session would
The
have gone
general
very,
direction where
very.
that's going.
The session would have gone very, very differently if half of you had decided to go towards the temple.
I have no doubt, but I didn't want it to go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I mean,
it's
I'm kind-
actually remarkable
I'm
how
kinda
little
glad that
this
it went-
session went off the rails.
Do you think I would have taken this? I would have taken the moth core, or do you think, or would you have taken the moth core if they had split, Dan?
I mean, if they have split, then I don't know.
I feel like you would have done better in the temple and other
Probably realistically.
Dan is pretty temple pilled.